Well, well. You have finally awoken, kind warrior. Oh, please be calm. Or try your best to, anyway. You are in no danger, I assure you. Ah, I have put your tools in a safe place, so reaching for them is rather useless. Your sword and shield and whatever else you had on you are in safe keeping. They will be returned to you shortly. I didn't want to move you too much while you were asleep when you got here, so you're in your armor at least. I know it probably isn't very comfy for your back or anything, so sorry about that. Ah, yes, you must be quite confused. Well, I apologize, but there was really no time for explanations. Well, you were unconscious, so I didn't have any time to tell you. Oh, yes, yes. You are currently in my home, the heart of my world, you might say. I hope you had a good rest. Well, best you could, anyway, because of the armor. Your bones should be less weary now, though. Try and move your arms. See? Should be feeling good as new. You had quite the nasty breaks. I didn't like looking at it. But I think they should be better now. You were taking quite the beating out there. It was rough. I'm glad I managed to save you in time, though. Ah! Well, I summoned you here. Oh, well, perhaps summoning is the wrong word to use. Either way, I'm happy to have retrieved you in the nick of time. Do you remember anything before you got here? Or when it happened? It must have been rather confusing, the hustle and bustle of war. You know, I never liked it. Blood is a beautiful thing, but rather messy and quite harrowing when it is shed in such a way. Ah, I see. Knew it. You didn't like it either. You have such a kind soul. I can see it. Actually, I can see your kind soul, but perhaps it was just on a silly whim of mine that I felt that I had to save you. Oh, but it is far, far, far from your time. No, 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 no. You are quite too young, and you have many other things to do before you pass. Ah, but where are my manners? Please, take a seat. Have some tea, why don't you? It'll warm you right up. Oh, no need to worry, it's not poisoned. I do not dabble in such trickery. I read your mind, didn't I? It is a specialty brew made from special flowers I have cultivated. It should be a little bit sweet and, well, only a tad bitter. Quite soothing. Ah, and have a biscuit if you will. Freshly conjured. They're my favorite. Rather chunky, aren't they? Well, hopefully they're a tad filling since they're so big. You can have a couple, don't worry, I don't have a lot of guests. Ah, it's cinnamon sugar. But I'll whip up some food later. You must be starving after all. Oh, yes, you'll need to stay here a while. No, I'm not capturing you. Well, is it capturing? Summoning? I don't know. But you will have to stay here, for you to recover. Your soul, I can see it fracturing. Oh, right. You must be rather curious hearing such things. Well, I go by many names, so I'm not sure if you heard of me. But I'm Shiida's. She to friends, and you are one. Ah, right, but you no longer remember me. That is to be expected. I met you long ago, far, far in your past. I was a bit different back then, but if you do not remember, it does not matter. Right, I am somewhat of a witch, a creator of magic and life. Perhaps a magical entity would be better to describe me, but something like that anyhow. I am a rather old being, and I have seen and heard many things. Oh no, I do not wish to harm you at all. Oh, you humans and your silly little wars with the others. I am not Doria nor Vorso, nor Dragonfolk or whatever else. I am simply as I am. But anyway, if I meant to harm you, I would not try to save you, nor offer you tea or biscuits. You were alone out there, not a soul alive but you. I wished to give you another chance. And perhaps I was a little curious too. But your soul, it was breaking. You were rather worn down after that battle. Your mind was racing and you were soon giving up all hope. That loss, I could not take it any further. I usually do not dabble in any affairs, if I must, as it disturbs the natural order of things, but I hate it. I myself should not be forced into a box, so I decided to break the rules and save you. Well, there are other beings such as myself who look down upon you, who do not wish to change your fate. And perhaps they are right not to, but I cannot stand suffering. I would rather disappear than to keep the cycle continuing. I am getting distracted, however. Since you are here, you will heal fine, improve even. This is a wonderful resting place after all. And the tea also helps. It's quite the powerful elixir, actually. I drink it myself and I perk right back up after a few sips. No longer a wilted flower am I. Oh? I know you must be rather worried about your family at home, but their futures are safe, I assure you. They will be right as rain when you are all recovered. I'm almost never wrong. I don't have many blind spots. I want nothing in exchange. It just brings me joy knowing that I can help you. It brings me some peace to know you will be living happily, that you may help your fellow people after this. I can see that your future and legacy will be bright as the sunlight above. Oh, you must relax a little. Come on. Loosen all that tension in your shoulders a bit. Well, your posture was making you a little bit stressed. You'll be fine, I promise. A little magic here and there will make you feel much, much better. Now, please, drink your tea. And there you are, Styx, my sweet. Where did you run off to? Oh, don't be afraid. My cute little cat here isn't used to others being in her presence. It's usually just the two of us. She keeps me company, and she will keep you company too while you're here. Oh, my sweet Styx, come here. Would you like to pet her? Don't worry, she only nips a little. Sometimes. Be nice, Styx. Well, would you look at that? She likes you. I think she approves of you. She's affirmed that you are good. She bites people with bad intentions. Cats are rather odd creatures, defiant and arrogant at times, but I love them nonetheless. I cannot help myself. In all honesty, I did not mean to keep her, but she kept making her way to me, and I felt she wanted to make me her companion, which I happily accepted, of course. I've been talking far too much, though. I will not bore you all day. We will do fun activities, ones that won't be too strenuous. Some that humans do, I think. There's this one I've been rather fascinated by, the carving of pumpkins. Quite odd, but it is rather fun to do. And you have particularly strong knife skills, so perhaps those will translate to carving. See, this one? I think Styx tried to do one, but I'm not sure what sort of face she was trying to make. Oh, but if you don't wish to, there are many books to read as well. You can be updated on the latest happenings up there. Oh, well, on the surface of Morena, of course. It is rather fun. Oh yes, you mortals are a rather funny bunch to observe. Perhaps in your downtime you can read one. It is a part of my magic. I know many, many things. I can see and hear much as well. It is far too confusing to explain. But magic is a peculiar thing. Fickle and frightening, but incredibly beautiful and wondrous. My constant record keeping is only a small part of my magic. I have entangled myself in fate as well. It is a constant push and pull of tides, fighting for a balance between the two. Sometimes I wish to interfere, to keep you all well fed and happy, but I cannot. Oh, I'm sorry. I've become distracted again. I often forget myself. Sometimes you might hear me speaking in tongues and, well, speaking aloud. Again, I don't have many guests, so I talk to myself and to Styx out loud. How embarrassing. Actually, come along with me. Both of you. And yes, you may bring your teacup. These are the halls of my home. You have access to each and every single one. Besides my own sleeping chambers, of course. Though I'm not often sleeping, if I'll be honest. It's not very necessary for me. Not anymore. It's not your average home. I'm not sure why I made it this way either. Perhaps some slippers are in order? The floor is rather cold, isn't it? Well, I attempt to be accommodating, but I'm not so sure I'm good at it. Well, I appreciate the confidence in my hosting abilities. Oh, Rich, would you like something to eat? I did offer to whip something up for you. I can quickly make something. Well, I don't often eat. But I do dabble in the cooking and cultures of the above world. It is quite fun, I must say. I must make myself seem more and more strange, huh? I don't require much at all. Oh well, I intend on making soup for you, though. Something easy on the stomach. Would that work well for you? Good, good. I sure do hope it will do the trick in warming your belly and soothing you a bit more. I shall add in a few healing herbs as well. They won't taste terrible, I promise. In the meantime, tell me more about yourself. Oh yes, I would love to know more. Well, I'm very interested in you, little human.